Good afternoon, part 3 of an unusual cast bias, this time not necessarily or directly related to financial events or financial markets. However, this comes from an article which we both found incredibly interesting, entitled 10 Important Career Lessons Most People Learn Too Late. We've addressed some in the other 2 parts. Greg is going to address 2 of the points today that he found most interesting, and we hope in turn that you find that interesting, and perhaps we can find some life lessons, all of us, from this brief and interesting chat derived from the article we just alluded to.
Well, thank you, David. I appreciate the opportunity to talk about 2 lessons that really resonated with me that I'd like to address. The one was that worrying doesn't achieve anything. And look, we are in stressful careers. We deal with financial markets that are ever changing. We're just not fortune tellers, so we can't see the future, unfortunately. And then we're dealing with clients, and we're dealing with emotions. And so our area is rife for worrying and constant worrying. And so it's a little bit of an art about how to deal with that worrying. And the advice proffered in the article, I think, is perfect. So the antidote for fear and anxiety is action and hustle. So first thing I'd say is that is potentially true. I believe that is true. So first, but it's hard sometimes when you're in that worrying mindset and you're caught up in a fear cycle, frankly, to put yourself into a position to act and to take action and to put things in motion.
It is very difficult, Greg. It's hard to find the wherewithal to move forward and find the opportunities, right, and recognize the glass is half full, by and large. And sometimes it's 3/4 full. But in moments of despair or difficulty, we tend to think of it as empty, and it's very hard to move forward. So indeed,
it is very hard. And the good thing about momentum, whether it's stock momentum or anything else, is all you have to do is try a little bit. And by trying a little bit, you create a little bit of momentum, and you create a bit of action. And all of a sudden, action leads to reaction, leads to more action, more action. So you kind of create a snowball effect. So it's that first drop of momentum going from that fear mentality into action, which is the hardest part, no doubt. And so if anyone has any good ideas about how to roll with that, I'm all ears. The other one, and it's one that I am learning constantly, unfortunately, but I guess part of life, is that failure is not an end. When you fail, it definitely feels like the end. It feels like the bitter end. And it's very dark, and it's very painful, and it's sometimes not very obvious how you're going to come back from that failure. But take heart that you'll never learn anything unless you look at failure as an opportunity, as the beginning of a new journey. So as they say, with the seeds of success are sown in, destruction. And again, it's very difficult to see. It's kind of like being in that inertia phase, that fear phase, because failure does bring about fear. And so how you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move on, I guess, is a very personal thing. And, it's something we're all learning, constantly learning. And the fact of the matter is, you don't fail once, you fail multiple times before, even along the road to success. So
interesting, Greg, if you look at successful people in whatever field, academia or finance in our game, whatever it might be, you will find in many instances, I might suggest without data to back this up, in most instances there have been elements of failure prior to the success. And as long as you're open-minded and you're learning from your mistakes, understanding why the failure took place and how you might have avoided it, sometimes it's unavoidable, but how you might have avoided it, then those are lessons well learned and will stand you in good stead moving forward.
Indeed. Anyway, so a bit of a philosophical discussion for us, and a nice one, and we'd love to hear from you and about how you've combated and taken advantage and done your best in times of less of moments of weakness, moments of fear. So CIOs and bow ties. This is Greg Silverman, ACG Wealth, and
David Crook, acgwealth.com. Look forward to hearing back from you. All comments always welcome. Thank you.